What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Daniel, owner of Bent Rod Fishing. How many of you have ever stood in a tackle shop with a jig in one hand and a trailer in the other and said, it's close enough, walked up to the register and bought it, right? I have. I'm sure you have too. Today, I'm going to show you how to never have to do that again. Get the words close enough out of your vocabulary. So buckle up. Let's make some baits. So as I alluded to, I am going to teach you how to never have to say close enough when matching up your jigs with your trailers ever again. Obviously, you're going to have to do it yourself, but we're going to get you there. So today we are going to be using these little chatterbaits. These are made from an Epic Bait Molds bladed Slayer mold. I do not own the mold. I did not make these jigs. Chris over at Lip Rippers was kind enough to send me some of his jigs. He has 1/8 ounce and 1/16 ounce bladed Slayers. Sent me the blades, everything. So today what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you how to make your own custom powder paints using mica powders and color shifts, and match that using the same mica powder and color shift and a little bit of pigment to a soft plastic, so that your jigs and your soft plastic cannot just be close enough, but match absolutely perfectly. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so some of the stuff that you're gonna see here is just what I'm using, and some of the stuff is what you will need. You will need a heat source of some kind. I use a heat gun. You can use a torch. I will tell you, if you use a torch, be careful because you can melt the lead pretty quick. The first time I ever used a torch, literally within like 2 seconds, the lead just went bloop and just fell right off the hook. So I use a heat gun. It's a lot more forgiving. I made my little fluid beds here myself. There are countless videos on YouTube teaching you how to make a fluid bed. I'm not going to take up your time here today to do that. If you want a fluid bed, then go find a video that teaches you. I think SDG, Adam over at SDG did a video on how to make a fluid bed. It's a great video. So go over and support his channel and check that video out. But these are the cups that I'm going to be mixing in. So the magic to this is the ratio. So you're going to use 4 parts of this Protect Clear. This is a powder paint. It's just clear. And then you're going to make it not clear. You're going to color it with micas and color shifts. Now, if you're watching this, you probably already make baits, and you understand that when you do a color shift, often you need to put a darker color behind it. Like when you're making a bait, we'll put a couple drops of black or a couple drops of purple or something like that in there that's dark, and that kind of activates the color shift. So for a jig, it's the same thing. So we're actually going to do a 2-dip. I'm going to build one color out of this purple EX Reflex Violet. This is a Hobby Lobby special. Nothing fancy here, guys. I'm going to build one color out of that. We're going to dip the jig in there first. And then I am low-key obsessed with Borealis now. I know I'm late to that train. Choo-choo, baby. Let's go. Borealis is awesome. And I think it's going to look really good with a purple backer. So I'm going to build 1 cup of purple and then 1 cup of Borealis. We're going to dip the jig into one, heat it, dip it into the other, and add the effect that way. I will be adding some flake in both the plastic, the bait that I'm going to put on here, and in my cups. So you will see that effect as well. Again, the key to this is 4-to-1. So you can make as much of this as, if you want to make 5 gallons of this stuff, then you want 4 gallons of it to be the pro and 1 gallon of it to be your mica, right? Or you want to make a thimble size, like however you measure it out, 4-to-1. And then just you can play in there, right, with whatever you want to do. So that's what I'm about to do right now. I'm going to let you watch me live build these 2 cups, and then I'm going to use my fluid bed right there. It's a little bobo, but it works. And I will show you why it's called a fluid bed, first of all. And so the fluid bed is not necessary. You don't have to have it. You can just put this stuff in a cup and just dip it in a cup. But I will show you and explain to you why a fluid bed is better if you want to make the investment, which they're not expensive. Take the time to build it yourself. They're worth it if you're going to do this more than once. Okay, we're gonna get going here. So first off, the clear plastic. Now I bought, as you can see, 1 whole pound of this stuff. I went all in. I very rarely don't go all in. When I get into something, I kind of just go all in with it. So what I'm going to do is just measure out 4 1/4 teaspoons. All right, so that's 1/4, and that's 1/2. Another 1/4 to 1/2. So that's a full teaspoon of the clear. On one side, I'm going to do the same thing on the other. So 4. Try to level this off a little bit. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put that down, and then kind of clean off our spoon here, because we're going to use this again. So that was 4, and then here comes your 1. There you go. 4 to 1. Let me clean this off again, because I definitely don't want to get this stuff in my Borealis. Can't contaminate the magic. And here we go. Don't drop it. This is gonna look good. It's gonna look really good. These containers are so small, it's hard to get in there. We're just gonna call that. It's heaped on one side, but hollow on the other. So we're just gonna say, yeah, that's it. That's good. All right. Now, close this up. And now you just want to mix them up. I typically just kind of use something that I know won't poke through the paper on the bottom. I have these little like forceps things here. So I'm not gonna make you sit here and watch me do that. Let me get these mixed up, and then we'll be back. Okay, and there's the purple. And now you can see why they call it a fluid bed. That powder is rolling around in there as if it's liquid. Now what this does is it keeps the powder from clumping, and it gives you a much more even dip. When you take these jigs and you dip them in, it makes it coat more evenly. So necessary? No. Awesome and great? Yes. So if you do this, you can just do it in a cup. You can just take a cup without one of these air pumps, pumping the air under that to lift it up like that. You can just stick it in. It'll be a little clumpy, maybe uneven, but then you'll decide whether or not you want to do this. And if you decide you're going to do this often, I would invest the time and effort into making yourself a little fluid bed. They're super easy. A little bit of PVC pipe and some caulk, a little bit of tubing and an aquarium pump, and you're good to go. As you can see, mine's very bobo. If you watch the Adam over at SDG, he's got like the Ferrari of fluid beds, and there's everything in between. So again, you don't have to have this, but I'm going to use it because I do have it. And then I would show you the Borealis, but honestly, it just looks white. It's not cool looking, and you can't really see because it hasn't had its effect yet. So we're going to get into heating these jigs. I'm going to show you how to dip them and everything like that, and we'll see how this color comes out. All right, and before I forget, because honestly, I almost did, we were going to put flake in these, weren't we? Y'all are probably sitting there going, Daniel, you forgot the flake. You were right, I almost did. I'm going to go heavy on the flake. Honestly, I've never put flake. I'm not going to go 1/4. I was about to go 1/4. I'm rethinking that. We're going to go 1/8. We're going to go 1/4 total. I'm going to go 1/8 of this Circle B Royal Blue. It is a 0.015 blue flake. Just going to put that in there and let the fluid bed mix it up. And do you ever blow on these things like that? Make sure you close your eyes. I got some glitter in my eye one time. That's not fun. All right, and then a little bit of silver. Blue and silver flake and a purple mica powder paint. Should look pretty good. All right, so let's make sure everything is mixed up in here. And then we will heat up. We will heat up a jig, give it a dip, and see what it looks like. So basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn on your heat gun. I highly suggest you get something like this. You can do it with your hand, but these things can get pretty hot. So I like to do it like this. Plus, my cups are a little deep. So I will tell you this, if you're gonna do this and you don't plan on doing it like for a business, it's just hobby, don't make your cups as deep as I did, because you kind of have to put a lot in here in order to reach down. Like you can make your cup shorter and then you can do much smaller batches of this and easily get down and dip in there without. If you do this, you'll see why I'm saying that. I kind of regret going as high as I did. I was planning on like mass producing and selling these, and now I just do it for me and my friends. So, is what it is. Not that big of a deal. So basically, you just want to heat this up a little bit. With this heat gun, you don't really have to worry about it getting hot enough to melt. You just want to get this hot. Rotate it a little bit, getting hot. I could probably already go ahead and dip it, but I'm just going to make sure, because it is quite cold in the room that I'm in. These are going to sit now, so I'm going to make sure this is thoroughly heated, and then just give it a good dip, quick. You don't want to hold it in there too long. Back over the heat. And then there's our first purple. Honestly, I see no flake. So the flake might have been pointless. Either that or I needed to put more in, but I don't see any of the flake. So that might not have done anything. Alright, so what we're going to do is take the lid, put this on here. I have two, but when I turn both of them on, it reduces the power of the one, and I kind of just want this one to be going at full power over here. So pretty easy to just replace them. Rolling, there we go, it's rolling. Make sure we're still nice and hot, and then we're going to do our color shift dip. Oh, that looks so good. I knew this was going to look good. Now, these jigs have eye, but there's still plenty of room for the eye. I can see it there. Probably going to have to clean up the little part that connects to the blade, but that's okay. Check that out. We'll get you a close up here in a second, but that looks so good. And while you're over on SDG's channel, check out, it may have even been in the same video, I'm not sure. He made these little jig molds. Whoop. Don't do that. Don't do what I did. There we go. And that holds your jig straight up. The reason is you really want to bake these. Trusty little toaster oven back there. So I'm going to coat the other 3 of these 16th ounce ones, just like I just did, and then we're going to bake them. I gotta look that up again. I think it's like 320 degrees for like 20 minutes, and that sets and hardens your powder paint. So let's do that. All right, check that out. Whoa. Borealis is so sweet. So what we're going to do is with our little jig holder here, put these in here, set the temp, if I can bend down here and see it, to right around like 340, 350-ish, and then you want to set it for 20 minutes. Yeah. And at the end of 20 minutes, let them cool, and you should have hardened, ready to fish jigs. We'll paint eyes, or not paint eyes, we'll super glue eyes on, and they will be done. Now let's get started on the plastic. Okay, so I realized that since the flake didn't work in the powder coat, that really all I needed to do was use some leftover plastic that I had from my last video, electric bluegill. This is the belly color, which is just a little bit of smoke in Borealis with the sparkle flake. And the sparkle flake is going to look really good in this. So what I'm going to do is just spike it with a little bit of purple to give it that hue. And not even much, really, because really on the jigs, the Borealis is what is kind of ruling the day. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're going to try that. So that would be like 4 drops per cup. Not really doing a color build video on this per se, just showing you a technique that I use to get my plastics and jigs matched up. I'm going to go a little bit. We're going to go 1, 2, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Let's go up to 20. Yeah, that's a bit better. This should look really good. Really good. And the jigs are done baking. So it did just ding that it was done just a minute ago. So I'm going to let them cool a little bit. I'm going to keep this plastic up to temp, and then we're going to shoot some river rigs and then put everything together and see how they look. All right. My other glove. There we go. Let's be safe on both hands, Daniel. Set a good example. All right. We're going to shoot some river rigs and hope that the color is matched up nicely. Let's see here. That'll be plenty. Oh yeah. A little purple in there looks good. Obviously the Borealis looks amazing as it always does. Oh, this is the river rig. I can't push too hard. I don't really need to top these off. They're such a small bait. It doesn't drink much after the shot. And there we go. Get that back in there. And yeah, let's let these cool and see what we got. See if we need to make any adjustments. All right, let's see. Get one out of here. What do you think? Oh, let me get around here. I can never see what you see. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Look at that. Get the tie-on hook slot out of there. Looks pretty sweet. What about the jig? Get it up here. A little darker on the bait. What do you think? I think we got it. I'm asking you like I'm expecting you to answer me. I think it looks pretty good. Let's you can definitely see it on the sprue where it's a little thicker. Let's put one of these things together. Let's do that. Boom. I think it looks pretty good. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Appreciate you watching. But yeah. Bladed Slayer. Make your own powder paints. Use the same stuff to make your own soft plastics and have a really good match. Really good match. Almost as if they were made to go together. Again, thank you to Chris over at Lip Rippers. For the jigs. I'm going to make you some river rigs and send your way, brother. See how you like pairing them up on these chatterbaits, these little bladed slayers. These things are pretty sweet. Looks like I'm going to have to go to the Epic site and pick this lead mold up myself, because that's got me sold. That's got me sold. That looks good. Guys, thanks. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching a little bit of a different video. And as always, stay bent.